Camera ready?
Okay.
So,
Welcome to our next session in our seminar, IT Project Management. And today I want to start with this comic. Think about project management. Who of you has already been in such a situation where the group that is working on that project, is telling the management, either the project manager or the steering committee, there's something wrong in the project. But they don't want to hear it. They are not reacting in a correct way. And I want you to think about your projects you have done already. They are finished. What were the reasons? Might be a single reason, or that might be a combination of several reasons that lead to this situation. I want you now, take 3 minutes, think about your projects, what went wrong, and try to find out what happened there. So we will need this during our next sessions as well. And we come back on this later on. So take three minutes. The projects can be either university projects, can be projects you did in at home or in a club or wherever, or during internship. What went wrong in your projects? So your projects are always went well?
No.
So please write down.
So we write it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a few minutes. Because we need this for the next sessions as well. So it's quite important. Okay. In a real classroom situation, I would give them 5 to 10 minutes to think about their project. Maybe we can group pair groups. So let's continue. But our issue is that we want to achieve successful projects. First of all, I want to have a look to key issues. We'll come back to your observations of your projects later on. So the first key issue is what has to be done in the project. This is a main question that has to be clearly pointed out during the startup phase of the project. But that's not the only question. We have another questions. Who is involved in the project? So, looking to this question, it might be a little bit funny that identifying all stakeholders in a project is not very easy. Think about a situation where you are in a consulting company, coming to a different company, helping them to deal with a problem there. They want to start a project and very often you won't be introduced to each stakeholder. There are some hidden stakeholders, and they have to be identified to have a successful project. Because a hidden stakeholder you could not address, and a stakeholder that is not addressed can be a real opponent of the project. So you have to address all stakeholders. And think about a game. You go to a shop, buy a game, and what's the first thing you do? Read the instruction. You want to know how to play the game.
Normally not.
Just start immediately. Yeah, that's the way projects done. So, in a project we have to go through a situation where we have to sit down and fix how we want to work together. And after all these 3 questions are answered, only then, in this situation, the project has a good foundation. But this is only the high level. There are I call them key indicators. One of these indicators for a project I already present here. It's the functionality. We have to define the functionality of our project. What has to be done? But to realize this, to get this functionality, we have to provide a certain budget. And we have to give the team a certain amount of time to realize this. And last but not least, we want to have the project done in a certain quality. From your observations, is there any key indicator missing? What about human resources? Why human resources are not mentioned? So normally a project is carried out by human beings. So why do you think haven't written staff or something like that?
Staff influences time and budget.
Staff influences mainly budget, yeah. So having people working on a project, that costs money, and this is in the budget. Okay, but these 4 indicators can be interchanged. We will see later on when we go to the planning of a project that we have to have at least one of these indicators open when starting to plan a project. We cannot fix all of them. I cannot go there and say, hey Gert, you have $1,000 and please set up a complete new car. It's impossible. That's obviously impossible. But looking to some projects, there are always is always some kind of a race to get the project. And in this race, some external companies may try to get the project by reducing budget more and more, reducing time more and more, and there is some breaking point that the project cannot be carried out anymore. So be aware of this. But next thing is, even a project that delivers the requested functionality in time, budget and quality, it is not necessarily a successful project. That might be amazing. So what do you think about why this statement? Any ideas on that?
It's all about the inside view. You don't have the customers.
That's correct. That's correct. And to put this in one sentence, a successful project is if we fulfill the business case, and we have an invested budget. We have to have a return on investment. Okay, there might be some companies, they have a different view to return on investment. I've been to such a company, and the owner of the company hated the word return, or this phrase, return on investment. He said, return on investment, that's not good. I want to have a return before investment, or better, even better, return without investment. Okay, that's it for almost for today. I will hand you the 2 slides dealing with the issues and the indicators. And I want you now to make a connection between the key indicators and your observations during the projects. Which indicator or which key issue wasn't set up in a correct way, so that you get into the situation you've been to. So let's do this and keep both of them, your observations and these sheets will come to this in some of our seminars next time. Okay? And I want you to do this right now. And as a homework, please go through your list. Maybe you can extend your list to some other projects and observations. And I think we'll meet next week to see how we can plan projects. Thank you.
Good.